Hello, my loves. Welcome back to another Weight Loss Wednesday. We are officially on week 2, and I am so excited for today's video. So if you are new here, welcome. It is Crissy G. You probably stumbled across our community because you're facing your own weight loss journey. And if you were back, welcome back, my loves. Oh my goodness, the outpouring of you guys coming into the comments and letting me know that you are on your own weight loss journey, on your round 2, getting back on the ball because you're gaining the weight and all this good stuff. I am not happy that you guys are getting the weight, but I'm so happy for those of you who have come back and are like facing the same issues, the same setbacks, the same hurdles that I am, because at the end of the day, my loves, I have been very, very upfront and transparent from the very beginning that I knew this was going to be a lifelong battle for me. I've said it many times. My body just does not like being thin. It likes to carry weight, and here we are. This is not even round 2 for me. This is like round 4 or 5 by now, because it seems like I set myself to start and then Monday never comes around, and this time I said, no, we're not playing any more games. We're doing it. And I'm so happy to report that we had success this week. I will tell you guys a little bit of what I did to have success. You all know that I am not on the GLPs anymore, but it is still on the table. If I don't feel that I have enough success within the next couple of months, I may just strongly consider going back to a compound version. Manjaro probably. Although it's too expensive, that's why I haven't done it. But anyways, that's a whole other story. I will start by saying I lost, drum roll, I lost 4 pounds this week. 4 pounds. Well, I started at 199 and I dropped down to 195. That's 4 pounds, 195.8. That's 4 pounds. But I was back at 196 yesterday and I didn't weigh in this morning. So I'm teeter-tottering between that 4 to 3 pound weight loss, which I'm okay with. I did really well today. So I'm anticipating that I will be back at either 196, 195 tomorrow, but we'll see. Let's just start by saying I am always hungry. Don't get that twisted. That is one of the biggest things that I miss from GLPs. And although I know hunger is a very normal sensation and we all experience hunger, I will say that GLPs really, really helped with that. They minimized the hunger pangs for sure. What are some of the things that I've been doing, my loves, to get that 4 pound success? And I don't know if it's just, even when I started my GLP journey, the first week I think I lost 4 or 5 pounds, something like that. It always seems that when I start calorie restriction, like from a normal eating habit or what I would consider normal to a calorie restrictive diet or a calorie restrictive lifestyle, it seems that I initially drop, like if I do good, if I stick to my guns and I do well that first week, I tend to drop 4 or 5 pounds, and then that's it. It tapers off from there and I start losing 1, 2, I may get stuck. So anyways, this week, like I said, this first week, I stuck to my guns and I dropped the 4 pound. What I mean by restrict my calories was that I ate as little as I could to feel satisfied and not full. So that's the key indicator, is not eating so much that I feel like, oh my God, I'm full, I can't eat another bite. No, that is not what we're doing. What we're doing is knowing what a normal portion should look like or a calorie restrictive portion should look like. So for me to be able to eat a bigger meal at the end of the day, I try to fast as long as possible. I will say that I did eat in a calorie deficit 6 out of the 7 days. There was a day where we went to go have dinner with my daughter because she was leaving to Disney and she wanted to have, you know, a last dinner before she left. So I ate a big salad. I started with the big side, a Greek salad, and then my husband ordered a seafood platter. And so I halved my salad with him because it's for 1 to 2 people. And then he ordered the seafood platter and I ate a little piece of fried catfish. And anyways, although I shared the meal with him, because that's what we did a lot while I was on GLPs. We would share meals because one meal was just too much, and even then I wouldn't finish the half. Well, I'm able to finish the half now, but at least I know that I'm being more conscious about how much food I'm intaking. So That's been one of the biggest things for me. Intermittent fasting. So what I try to do, and trust me, you guys, if you're doing this without the GLPs this go around, do not beat yourself up the first 2-3 days, because the first day is the hardest. It is the hardest to finally say, today's the day that I make healthier choices, that I take the healthier alternative, because you just probably ate badly the day before, whether that was on Sunday or whether that's on Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever, after a birthday, anniversary, whatever it may be. You probably ate badly, and you finally, today's the day you woke up and said, we're doing it, I'm serious about this. And it's the hardest, because you feel like, I'll just start tomorrow, and you have that mindset. So the first day will be the hardest, regardless. Even when you're on GLP medications, being on GLPs, it's a little bit easier because you don't feel that hunger pain. So you don't sometimes think about eating. The food noise goes away. Well, when you're not on GLPs, the food noise comes right back, and the hunger pains come right back. And it's not just your normal hunger pain. It's my intestines feel like they need to eat each other kind of hunger pain. So what I do is I try to get ahead of it. So as soon as I get to the office, first thing I do is go run to make me some green tea. And I've tried to drink more tea and more water. That's another big thing that I changed this week. So like I said, some people that do clean fasting do not believe in drinking anything outside of water while they're fasting. I have been successful still drinking things like green tea, coffee. I just don't add creamer, because creamer obviously has calories. And be real careful about using sugar-free products, because not all sugar-free products are 0 calorie. So like the Skinny Girl syrups that I order online, those are 0 calories. So technically, it should not spike your sugar, or it should at least not break your fast, because you're not consuming calories. So I have done this in the past, and it's worked well for me. I did it while I was on GLP medications, and it worked really well for me. So I'm trying this again, and like I said, the first day was the hardest. I think I fasted only until 11 a.m. the first day, and then I had something like edamame. And I'm trying to get better at filming what I eat in a day for you guys, but it's just so hard, like, to remember. And then it's so boring, because the whole first part of the day is literally liquids. Yes, I will drink tea, coffee with Skinny Girl syrup in the mornings and through the midday. So like I said, that first day I only went to 11. The second day I stretched it to about 12:30. And then the third day I went all day till about 5 when I had dinner with just drinking coffee and tea, because I was busy and it was easy for me not to have my mind on food. So it was just go, go, go that day. And then I felt like that was the groundbreaking day for me. Like, I felt a sigh of relief. Like, I've got 3 days down, and I did really well on day 3. And then day 4, again, was pretty easy. I think I fasted that day till about 12. And I don't beat myself up to where trying to eat one meal a day. If I feel this day I'm a little bit hungrier than usual, then I will break my fast. But I try to build my tolerance each day slowly, so that I don't feel like I went from 0 to 100, right? Like, from eating everything, or 100 to 0, eating whatever I want, to now not eating. So that's why I said I kind of try to build my tolerance and my patience, because you get very impatient, you get hangry. Like, I can admit that if fasting till about 12 doesn't bother me, but when I fast all day and I don't eat soon after I come home, I'm kind of like, I just have that anxiety. Like, I need to eat, I'm starving, I'm hungry. That's why I said one of the tips that Dr. Z gave me early on was, do not wait till the hunger monster hits. Beat the monster to the finish line. So it didn't make sense to me back then, because I was like, well, I don't eat when I'm not hungry. But if you eat when you are hungry, you tend to overeat, and you want to eat whatever's in sight. And so that's what he was trying to instill in me, was catch the hunger before it catches you. So if you get ahead of it, eat a little snack, eat your veggies, fruits, whatever, protein shake, get ahead of it, and then it won't hit you so ravenous. But do I listen? No, absolutely not, because why would I? So still, but I will fight through it. But if you're not as strong, and you don't feel like you could fight through it, do it ahead of time. If you start to get hungry around lunchtime, have your protein shake at 10. Or, for those of you who are not so strict on feeling like you need to fast, then start eating a little bit earlier. Not a big deal. This is what works for me, though. Like, I know that my body responds the best when I fast. I did start drinking more water. And you guys, I've been very transparent about that from the get-go too. I struggle to get my full water intake. Again, I'm not beating myself, feeling disappointed if I didn't have 64 ounces, or, you know, you're supposed to consume half your body weight in water. That's a lot of water. That's like, what, 90 ounces right now? 95 ounces of water. I started by just incorporating green tea because that's healthier than drinking coffee all the time. And now during when I break my fast at 12, I'll make me a limeade. I'll use water, lime, and I add a little bit of strawberry skinny girl, which again is 0 calories. So basically I'm just consuming the calories of the lime juice. And so that's worked really well for me because I at least feel like I'm not consuming all the sodium and chemicals that are in my diet soda that I love. I absolutely love Coke Zero, and so it's been good because I've been able to stay away from that. I will still have a soda at dinner time just because I feel like that's my one meal for the most part. The afternoon meal is kind of like a snack, like I said, like edamame or something simple. Today I had about 20 goldfish for lunch, and it was only because I was going to stay in my office and just mind my business and not go to the kitchen. But the girls are like, well, it's okay, just come and chat with us. Well, I'm watching all of them eat and it's really difficult for me, so I just grabbed me a hand of goldfish that I keep around the office, and I did make sure that I think 22 pieces is like 110 calories or something like that. So I ate about 20 pieces of the goldfish. It's the giant ones or whatnot. So that's what I'm saying. That's the hard part. Like, you have to be able to be in the crowd and not feel like everybody else is eating, I want to eat. Some of the most important advice I feel like I can give when you're not on GLPs is slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. And I know that all of us want to jump on GLP medications, or we want to start a diet, and literally we want to see results immediately. And I know people say, you don't gain it overnight. Oh, I can. Sometimes I wake up and I'm 3 pounds heavier, but I hardly ever wake up 3 pounds lighter. So that's the hard part. So this time around, I'm taking it slow because I know even when I was taking the GLPs, I felt like, okay, I injected myself, 2 days later, I want to see results. And that's not how it works. I'm sure many of you now know that when you're on GLPs, it's same thing. You've got to stay patient. It's a journey. It's not going to happen overnight. Now, for some it will. Some people will jump on the shot, and because they were overeating at an excessive amount, all of a sudden just making a few changes to their eating habits will reap rewards and results. But not everyone is like that. And so I think that is one of the biggest things I always preach about, is that people literally think that because they inject, the fat is just going to melt off and it's the magic bullet. And then you have the people who are like, well, what's the point if I still have to diet and exercise? What's the point of the shot? Well, the point of the shot is to help you. It's a tool. It's not a magic bullet. Like, you have to still help the tool. Why do we know this now? Because there's so many people who are still on GLPs. I spent a large portion of my journey on GLPs maintaining. I wasn't losing any weight. I would inject and I would maintain, and some weeks I would gain, and then I would tighten up and I would lose the 1 or 2 pounds that I gained. And this is the game that I played for about 6 months till I finally was like, that's it. I have not lost weight. I'm still spending money on these medications and I'm stuck. And so I decided to get myself off. So that's how I know that just because you inject yourself does not guarantee weight loss. So remember, slow and steady wins the race. I do plan to stick it out. I did really well the first week. We are halfway into the second week and I feel good. I feel confident. Each day, and don't get me wrong, my loves, each day is a struggle. Every day I have to tell myself, no, you don't eat that cookie. No, don't eat that Oreo. No, don't do this. No, don't drink that. If we go out with our friends, everybody's drinking beer like it's nothing. Everybody, and I'm just like, can I get a vodka and water and I stick some of my Mio or my Kool-Aid 0 calorie syrup? Like, I will literally walk around with that in my purse. I will take the little syrups, the squeeze sweeteners, in my purse, and I will pop them out at the bar and be like vodka and water, and I will use that because I'm trying to limit the sugar, right? I don't want to drink. One thing I hate doing is drinking calories. I definitely feel like I gave myself time to acclimate this time around, and I am not super focused again on the exercise part of it, but it does help. It at least helps to allow you to consume a little bit more and still lose, or not consume more and lose. So I've always said to you guys, and I still believe this, that you do not have to exercise to lose weight, because I've managed to lose the majority of my weight without necessarily exercising rigorously or all the time. But it does help. And obviously, from a health standpoint, it is important that our bodies are moving. Feel that it is an important part of your journey. But if you are overweight or you feel uncomfortable, I would say get your eating habits right first, and then once you feel comfortable with your eating habits, start incorporating movement, because it doesn't have to be running, bicycling. It could be anything that gets you moving. At first, when I first started exercising, I was doing all kinds of things. I would take my kids to the skate park and I would go skate with them. I would go bike riding. I loved bike riding. I would walk some days. I started jogging some days. I started with 1 mile, then I was doing 2, and before you know it, I was like, you know what, I think I can do 3. And so you just got to build up your tolerance for physical activity. So don't feel pressured though in the beginning. Like, focus on what you're consuming first, and once you feel like you've got that on a steady groove, then you can start incorporating your exercise. So don't beat yourself up. Another thing that I find really helpful is setting short-term goals. And by this, I mean, like right now I'm focused on getting down to 195. Like, that was my initial goal. I was at 199 and I feel like I need to get myself to 195, and then we'll work on getting myself to 190. So instead of feeling like, okay, I know my ultimate goal before Costa Rica is 180, but I look forward to the smaller goals, achieving the smaller goals before I get to that bigger one. So I think I did well. Like, okay, I managed my first one. I know that my first week, like I said, I lose the most. So I'm not expecting to lose 3-4 pounds this week. But I feel like keep it going, keep it steady. If I'm seeing progress on the scale, then my motivation stays. And so even if I'm 193 by the end of this week, or 194, that's still 194. I haven't been 194 in weeks. I hadn't even been 195 in weeks, months. Like I said, if you guys have been watching me, I've been teeter-tottering between 197 and 199. I get to 189. No, my highest this go around was 204. 204, 201. No, I think it was 204. That was my highest. And then I was like, oh no, we are not going to be in the 200s. No, ma'am. And so I got strict for a little bit, and I whittled my way down to 199, and I've been steady 199, 197, 198, 200. And I stayed steady at 199 for quite a while. And now I got all the way to 195, and I hadn't seen that in months. So that is big progress. So like I said, if I, by the end of this week, see 194, 193 on the scale, I'll be jumping for joy, because I haven't seen those numbers in quite some time. Well, I am super motivated. I love that you guys been in my comments letting me know how you're doing. Keep it going, my loves, because I find no higher motivation than that you bring into this community. And I love that you guys are sharing with me and that you're coming back onto this journey with me. I'm so excited. I'm ready to keep this going. And I'm so happy this week. This 3.5 to 4 pound loss just kicked me in the butt and got me started down the right path. I'm motivated right now. Will I feel like this next week? I don't know. We will see. I am really excited. I hope that I continue to lose, and if I don't, it's okay. Then I'll just feel like, okay, let's reset again. What do we need to change? Being that tomorrow, me and the girls are supposed to go out to dinner for Galentine's, but we're going to be mindful of our options. We are not going to go eat a bunch of chips and queso and salsa and have a margarita. We're not doing a margarita. Those are loaded with sugar. And even when I'm not being mindful of my habits, I always feel like, oh, I'm drinking so many calories right now. And it just, So we're not going to do that. We're going to figure out a skinny alternative on the menu. We're not messing up. I am focused. We are doing this. We are not messing up. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, my love. There is no easier way to show your support for the community and our channel here than for you to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I am so excited to do this journey with you all. That is it for today's update. I am motivated. I'm ready. I'm so happy you guys are coming along for the ride. Don't forget to celebrate your small wins. I hope to see y'all here next week. And as always, my loves, till next time, talk soon.